Hello, I'm Jackie, and today I'm gonna talk about the books on my shelf, like the physical books on my shelf. I literally only have one shelf, and it's like above me, across my room. Basically, I casually read. I haven't even read a book this month, but I had the habit last year when I got the bookshelf that I had to fill it up. So now I have a lot of books. I have a lot of books that I haven't read, but then I also have some books that I've read and I wanted them on my bookshelf. Like I either read them on a Kindle or like Libby or something like that, and now they're here. So I have like 4 little piles. So like there's those, these, and then those, and then these right here. The first book I have is The Love Hypothesis. This was literally first edition. Wow. This was when Book Talk and everything was popping off. So then I had a friend at the time that was like a book fiend. She loved reading and she got me into reading this book and I liked it. I think she got me into reading this book. I don't remember, but so that's one of them. I did like this book. I just don't remember. That's gonna be the trend. I don't remember anything. I just know it was like a cute little rom-com nerdy thing where she basically gets with her, like it's like a fake dating with her professor that happens to be, you know, young and gorgeous. So this says. So there's that book. If you like fake dating and you love the little sciencey stuff and you're like a little, you don't have to be a nerd, but you know what I mean. Then next we have this one, The Hating Game. I do remember this one. So this is A Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I did really like this book. It was like I think this is like enemies to lovers, you know. This was good. It's basically like two co-workers that like can't stand each other. I'm remembering. So basically in The Hating Game, there's like 2 publishing houses, I believe, that like mesh together. So there's like 2 different bosses, like top dogs, and then their 2 assistants. So it's like the main, you know, the 2 main protagonists, I would say. And they basically hate each other, and it goes through their little journey through that. And you know, listen guys, we know how this ends. This was actually one of the first books I read. This was one of like the first physical copies I got, and I bent the spine. I didn't know any better. Anyways, this was a really good book. So that's another book I read. This one I read on Kindle Unlimited when I had it, but then okay, so basically I had the physical copy of this first. Yeah, I've never opened this book in my life, like the physical book, but I read it. And I like this book. It's like a amazing summer read, and summer's coming up, or spring read, honestly. The female main character, she went through this like tragic loss, and then she's like kind of distanced herself from like everyone in the world, as you should, you know. I think there's like a wedding happening somewhere in the family, and it's like a big extended family situation, and so they're staying at this vineyard, like playing this game of assassin, which low-key, I love this book. I'm remembering. So they play like a family game of assassin throughout the whole trip. She like teams up with the MMC. So they just like form a little alliance, you know, going on there, and this kind of just is like a little story about like their little summer, the game, her experience, and it's a cute read. I love this book. Oh my god, I might reread this. It's like a family game of assassin while she's falling in love with the MMC, you know, the groomsmen. Like perfect in a vineyard. Girl, in my dreams I'm going to a vineyard, but in here it's possible. But yeah, this is another book. The next one is Beach Read by Emily Henry. This one is like 2 authors. MMC is like just a fiction author, and he's like more like pessimistic in his stories, if that makes sense. Kills off his entire cast in his book, and then in her book she's like, oh, happily ever after, basically like all these books that we read. So imagine her being Emily Henry. They go off on a summer like little beach getaway trip separately, and they challenge each other for the summer to like write in each other's like genres. Over the summer they like take little trips or like experiences throughout the summer, like to like, so that each of them gets like their own point of views for their genres or whatever. And then throughout that, you know what happens, another enemies to lovers book. Wilder Girls. I'm counting it that I read it because I'm never gonna read this ever. I started it and I think I got like third or halfway. I read it during like COVID with lockdown, and this is literally like quarantine related. It started slow. First the teachers died one by one, then the tox began to infect the students, turning their bodies strange and foreign. Now cut off from the rest of the world and left to fend for themselves on their island home, the girls of the Raxer school don't dare wander outside the surrounding fence to where the tox has made the woods wild and dangerous. But when Bayet goes missing, Hetty will do anything to find her, even if it means breaking quarantine and braving the horrors that lie beyond. And when she does, Hetty learns that there's more to their story, to their life at Raxter than she could have ever thought true. It sounds good, but it wasn't. I was so bored. I forced myself to read like the third. And whenever I got this book, the first time I had ordered it, the whole cover was ripped off. I didn't like it. It might be good for like younger people. It wasn't my vibe. DNF'd. This one Speak is from, I've had it since, I haven't read it since like middle school, I think. I think it was like 7th or 8th grade. With Mrs. Anderson. If y'all know, if y'all remember her, if y'all know me and y'all remember her, y'all remember this book. And if you don't, then you just weren't paying attention. But this is basically like a girl that goes through the assault situation. The female main character goes through like and then this is kind of like her experience post that, and like her dealing with like the feelings that come with that. And it's like a very deep like a deep dive into like that experience. I don't think she's told anyone in the book like yet, so she struggles with like telling people like what happened to her. I remember reading in a class and I actually really did like it. I even have highlights in here. This is a good book, so I feel like this is underrated, you know what I mean? Like people should probably read this. I should probably reread this. We have The Road by Cormac McCarthy. I think I read this in high school. I think it was like sophomore year that I read this. I think I also watched the movie, and this was with another teacher, Mr. Barron. I think it is Mr. Barron. It's like a post-apocalyptic book that is actually kind of scary. Like I don't think I would reread this because post-apocalyptic things, books, movies scare me. Like it makes my heart, like it gives me anxiety. There's like cannibalism in here. There's like about like a father and like his son trying to like survive through this, and like actually really crazy. And if you read this, or if you don't even want to read this, like watch the movie, and the movie is like it like I kind of want to watch it again, but I don't, because I don't need more anxiety right now. A father and his son walk alone through burned America. Nothing moves in the ravaged landscape save the ash on the wind. It is cold enough to crack stones, and when the snow falls, it is gray. The sky is dark. Their destination is the coast. Although they don't know what, if anything, awaits them there, they have nothing, just a pistol to defend themselves against the lawless bands that stalk the road. The clothes they're wearing are cart of scavenged food and each other. The road is the profoundly moving story of a journey. It boldly imagines a future in which no hope remains, but in which the father and his son, each other's world entire, are sustained by love. Good book. Scary book to me. I'm sensitive, okay? I can't read this. I need books that are like more like la-di-da-di-da, happy ending, you know? Or like a cute little fantasy cliffhanger. But it is good. This one is All Roads Lead Here. This is like the first book that I have like a physical copy of hers, but I've read a lot of them. It is like a single dad trope thing, and also age gap. You know, normally I'd be like, ugh, gross, questionable. Look at him. I never had this visual and I don't really want it, but I've already read it, so it's like whatever. Very, very, very slow burn. The first time I read this, it was like a digital, like an ebook, and then I got the physical copy because of Heather. Y'all know Heather. She like bought this and reread it like a few months ago, I think, and then I was like, ooh, I want to reread it. I want a Mariana Zapata book on my shelf. Dad basically has like a son, and I think the son is like a teenager, from what I remember. The book basically starts off with like her trying to escape because she's like just got out of this bad relationship. She sees like an ad or something, I can't remember. She sees an ad that basically is for like a little apartment thing, guest house thing. So she's like, heck yeah, take me out of here. So she goes, and then when she gets there, I think she tries to get in, and then she bumped into like Mr. Man over here, and it turns out that the son like tricked his dad and the female main character, and there's like a whole back and forth between that, and the dad's like, really? And the son's like, so then they go on their little journey, and then y'all know, it was super good book. I recommend. I do want to reread this. I want to reread all of her books. I think I just have a few more, and then I'm caught up on her, like 1 or 2 books that I need to read of hers, and then I'm good. But I love, so good from her. It's literally this book and Wait for Me, I believe it's called. Coco. But anyways, so good. Oh, I almost threw it. I'm gonna put it down here, but love this book. I don't care. I'm like a very casual reader, so like take all my opinions with a grain of salt. I like what I like, and what I don't like, I'm like, oh no. This is like the first book, I believe, in the series, and there's Half-Blood, Deity, Apollyon, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Apollyon and Sentinel. Half-Blood, Deity, Apollyon, and Sentinel. That's the Covenant series. This teenager named, she's 17, Alex, and then her mom have been on the run, I guess, from their Covenant. Now that I'm like reading the back again, it's literally kind of like the Mortal Instruments. And then there's like pure descendants, which, you know, like 100% god blood. There's some that are like half blood. That was funny. I cracked myself up. Anyways, if you're a half blood, you could either train to like basically fight them and kill the demons, or you end up being like a servant for like the pure bloods and all that. And in this, you cannot be in a relationship. Like if you're half blood, you can't be in a relationship with a pure blood. Like it's like a big no-no. So it's like forbidden love in here. I guess there's like a big reason why like they ran away in the first place, like the teenager and her mom like discover why her mom took her away, and like why the heck they like murdered her mom. This is not a spoiler, it's on the back. But it basically goes through that. There's like a big reason why like her mom took her away in the first place, and then this is kind of like the first part of that. I need to read the second one. Now that I'm remembering this, I need to read the rest of the series. It's like classified as a young adult, but if you like fantasy type things, or if you were a fan of like the Mortal Instruments or anything like that, I think you'll like this. So speaking of the Mortal Instruments, this is a book that I read a long time ago. I think literally when the Mortal Instruments, like the show, first came out, that's when I read this. It's kind of like it's kind of like Half-Blood, but there's like angel blood, pure bloods. Then there's like the underworld in the Mortal Instruments and its whole thing, and it's also kind of forbidden love. Girl, just y'all know. And then guys, One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. So good. So in this one, there's like a disease that went on like whatever years ago, and the female protagonist in this, her name is Elspeth. She had it, so she was infected as a kid. After she got infected, there was like this creature that like appeared in her mind, like called like the Nightmare, and it's just been in her mind ever since she got infected. She's trying to collect, I think, all these cards. I'm gonna read the back to y'all because I'm bad at describing. Okay, Elspeth Spindle needs more than luck to stay safe in the eerie, mist-locked kingdom of Blunder. She needs a monster. She calls him the Nightmare, an ancient mercurial spirit trapped in her head. He protects her, he keeps her secrets, but nothing comes for free, especially magic. When Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman on the forest road, her life takes a drastic turn. Thrust into a world of shadow and deception, she joins a dangerous quest to cure Blunder of the dark magic infecting it, except the highwayman just happens to be the king's own nephew, captain of the most dangerous men in Blunder and guilty of high treason. The maiden must unleash the monster within to save her kingdom in this dark, lush, gothic fantasy debut. No! It died! Okay, I'm gonna finish this. This book, really good. Love it. It was recommended. I saw it on TikTok a few years ago. Her name is Jody. Streamer. So this series, it's the Knock 'Em Out series by Lucy Score. Lucy Score is a vibe. I ain't gonna lie. So these, I found them at two different half price books, and I was like, you're coming home with me. I think the blue one's first. This one. The blue one's first, this one's the second one, and this one's the purple's the third. I think. This one is Things We Never Got Over. There's like a runaway bride. The female protagonist is like the runaway bride, and she runs away to this little small town. Yes, everyone in the town like confuses her for her sister because she has a twin, I believe, and her twin is basically like an evil twin. So everyone like hates her because they're like, ugh, it's her. Turns out she's like the complete opposite, and she's like the little nice one. And then she meets this guy named Knox. Her sister leaves an 11-year-old like daughter behind. Naomi, the main character, is basically like taking care of her, and then she just like ran away from her like wedding, and it's like a whole situation. It's like a little small town rom-com thing, and I really liked it. I'm gonna say that the next book in the series is the pink one, the Things We Hide from the Light. This one right here. I think this is the next book in the series. So there's a police chief, Ash Morgan, which is the male main character. He's like grumpy. She really loves grumpy sunshine tropes. In the same town, Knockabout. Okay, I don't remember this one. I did read it. I just don't remember. See, I'm telling y'all, like, I read something and it just goes like, okay, I'm just gonna read y'all the back because I don't remember this. 2 bullets put a dent in that southern charm, but thankfully spared his I'm not reading. He's got his hands full with the man who shot him still on the loose, healing wounds, and citizens that think of the law as more as a guideline. Welcome to America. Anyways, throw in the gloomy mood that clings to him, and the last thing he needs is a smart mouth, gorgeous new neighbor making him feel things he doesn't have the energy to feel. It'd be like that. Lena Solavita has her reasons for being in town. She's on a mission, and the fewer people that find out about it, the better. She does her best work alone, and as soon as she finds what she's after, she's hitting the road for her next solo adventure. Soon, Lena finds herself sucked in a small town life, dog sitting, saying yes to a bridesmaid's dress. Now I'm curious. I need to reread this. I don't remember this book. I know I've read it. I remember the names and stuff. I just don't remember. I kind of remember this, and I know I read it. I just don't remember the details. But it was a good book because I literally, like, it was good. Moving on. The last final book in the series is Things We Left Behind. The first one is like the most memorable one, but this one was also, it was really good. I want to reread it. I want to reread all of these because I forgot what had half of them. Lucian, is it Lucian or Lucian? Whatever. L. Rollins is a lean, mean, vengeance-seeking mogul on a quest to erase his abusive father's mark on the family name. He spends every waking minute pulling strings and building his empire. The more money and power he gains, the safer he feels. Except when it comes to one feisty small-town librarian. I remember this. Bonded by an old dark secret from the past and their current mutual disdain, Sloane Walton trusts Lucian as far as she can throw his designer suit and body. When bickering accidentally turns... Anyways, Sloane more than ready to start a family, and Lucian refusing to even consider the idea of marriage and kids. Enemies to lovers are stuck past. Until Lucian learns the hard way that leaving Sloane is impossible, the very least he can do is keep her safe. Wait, girl, I want to read this. I read all of these really separately. Like, there's a lot, like a good chunk of space between them where I like would forget. And I forget they're interconnected. I guess it is Enemies to Lovers. It's really, really good. But it was signed. I got it at Half Price Books and it was signed. It was with Love, XOXO, Lucy. And I feel like that's real, right? That has to be real. Because honestly, who the heck? Because Lucy Score is well known, but she's not to that, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she's not that well known in the best way possible for them to be impersonating her writing, right? You know what I mean? I hope that's her signature. That was the last book, the last physical book that I have read that's on my shelf that you cannot see. It's up there, up to the ceiling. And honestly, half of these I want to reread. Like this one I want to reread. I don't want to reread The Road because that's traumatizing. All of those and low-key want to reread. I need to reread all of these. Okay, so that was all the books. Those are all the physical books on my shelf that I have read, that I own. That gave me like a flashback to all the books that I have read, and then it reminded me of other books that I've read. My brain. I'm gonna try to make like semi-book videos just because I'm a casual reader. Like, I'm not like reading 4 or 5 books a week, you know what I'm saying? I read like 2 to 4 books like a month. 4 books is a stretch, but I read a few books. That is everything for today, and I really hope y'all like this video. If I ranted a lot, I am so sorry. Thank you for watching, and have a good day, morning, afternoon, whatever. Bye.